In just a few days, voters across the Suncoast will make decisions about our next president, as well as many local races.
In the city of Northport, there is an especially confusing race between Mayor Jacqueline Moore and businessman Chris Hanks. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley breaks it down.
If you live in the city of Northport, one of the decisions you'll be asked to make on your November 8th ballot concerns the city's mayor, who's actually resigning from her current seat to run for another seat. Back in May of this year, we went along with Mayor Jacqueline Moore as she filed her candidacy paperwork and her letter of resignation effective Election Day.
Well, districts are complicated.
In 2015, Northport commissioners established 5 districts within the city after citizens voted in favor of it.
I was elected into an open seat, that was seat 4, and I'm running in my home district because the new district requirements are that you must live in the district in which you run.
She's currently running against businessman Chris Hanks for the District 2 seat. Whichever candidate wins in November, Moore's current seat and title of mayor will be vacated, and that's been a subject of some question.
You might have a case where you don't have a mayor for a day or so, or whenever they make that next meeting. It'll be quickly after that.
Once elected, the new city commissioners will immediately decide which one of them will serve as mayor. But no matter what, it won't be Moore, because according to the city charter, the mayor cannot serve 2 consecutive terms. Moore's current seat, seat 4, will however remain vacant while the new commission decides what to do next.
We'll have a lot of potentially new faces on this commission, and they certainly have within their right to appoint somebody temporarily.
Now, there's really no way to know right now what's going to happen with that vacancy until the next commission has seated. They'll either decide to appoint someone temporarily, or they'll leave it vacant until a special election can be held later next year. In Northport, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. Democratic vice presidential candidate Tim Kaine making a stop in Florida today. He visited Florida State University with former Arizona Congresswoman Gabby Giffords and her husband Mark Kelly. They discussed gun control issues in the presidential race, as well as the importance of Florida to the Electoral College map.
If Hillary Clinton wins Florida, Hillary Clinton will be president. There is not a path. There's not a path for Donald Trump to be president without Florida.
Clinton is expected to appear in Miami on Saturday with Jennifer Lopez during a performance at the city's Bayfront Park Amphitheater. Vice President Joe Biden will campaign Wednesday for Clinton in Tampa. Trump also crisscrossed the state for 3 days earlier this week. Both Sarasota County Area Transit and Manatee County Area Transit are offering free bus rides on Election Day, so you have no excuse not to get to the polls. This is part of an effort to encourage voters to visit the polls and cast their ballots on November 8th. SCAT is also announcing that riders can now take advantage of free Wi-Fi on all buses and bus routes. Wi-Fi was previously offered on express routes only, but now all passengers have access to social media, news, and email.
Last week, Sarasota County School Board chose Todd Bowden as its next superintendent. And tonight, we're getting a closer look at how he plans to handle that position. After 8 years in her position, current Superintendent Lori White is set to retire in February. Bowden was chosen to replace her out of nearly 50 candidates. He says he wants to build on the strides the district has already made.
This is a high-performing district, and so I've kind of couched my thoughts in kind of 3 schools of thought. The first thing we need to do is understand what it is that we do well, and we got to continue to do those things. The things that we can improve upon, we've got to improve upon. And the things that we're doing that don't work, we've got to throw them out and find a better way to do things.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, we'll hear much more from Bowden on issues impacting the district, including the controversial topic of transgender bathrooms.
And now for a check on our forecast, we're going to head over to Josh.
All right, Haley and Scott, thanks so much. We're looking at current temperatures right now, very comfortable outside, 84 degrees with mostly sunny skies. You can't beat that. I mean, it's absolute beautiful Friday evening. And winds, though, are going to be breezy as we go through the evening hours. Easterly, northeasterly wind at 14 miles per hour. I've seen reports of winds up to 17 or 18 miles per hour, and that's going to be persistent throughout the evening. So for Friday night football, that could possibly affect some of the field goal kicks. As far as the rain goes, no rain affecting the sun Suncoast, but down to our south, we do have some showers over Cuba. This is a system trying to get going, but with the upper level wind shear so strong, it's not going to get organized, so we don't have to worry about that at all. But here's the sustained winds I'm talking about, up to 16 miles per hour here in Ellington and both Bradenton at this time, 60 miles per hour off of Siesta Key, and 13 miles per hour in Rotunda. As far as your evening forecast goes, well, looking pretty comfortable. Temperatures in the mid-70s with just a few clouds in the sky, but it does look like we're going to have maybe some nice weather as we go through the weekend. We'll talk all about it coming up a little bit later. Guys?
Thank you, Josh. The Sarasota County Fire Department is stepping up efforts to help residents better protect themselves. And as ABC 7's Bo Beth Yates tells us, they are distributing smoke alarms.
Earlier this week, a fire completely destroyed this home and claimed the lives of an elderly couple. The incident caused many in the area to be concerned, but the local fire department is giving a sense of relief. They're going door to door and installing smoke detectors.
One door at a time, Sarasota County Fire Department officials checked and installed smoke detectors in homes in the Kensington Park neighborhood.
Having a working smoke alarm is one of the best things you can have in your home to ensure that you can get out safely if there is a fire.
Fire safety has come to the forefront for many residents in this community after their neighbor's home went up in flames. The fire claimed the lives of the elderly couple inside and seriously injured their adult son.
I think if they'd have had fire alarms that were working properly, that might have made the difference, and now we've lost two good neighbors.
While the cause of the fire is still under investigation, initial reports show the blaze started in the back of the home. Still, some residents speculate that there may have been an electrical problem because of previous electrical fires in the area.
The rest of the people that in the community can learn from this experience and be prepared if it means installing fire alarms, but watch out for one another.
While Mike Cook says he has a contractor looking at his wiring, other neighbors raised more concerns, saying that right before the fire began, there was a power outage and FPL was working on lines behind the property.
You know, it wasn't long, only a few minutes after they turned the power back on that the house was just ablaze.
But with all the uncertainty surrounding the fire, officials stress the best way to protect yourself is with a smoke alarm, and they're making sure those in the Kensington Park area are ready.
If you have a working smoke alarm, it'll give you notification so that way you can get up and out of your home by the time the fire starts spreading, because fire doubles in size every 30 seconds.
The smoke detectors the fire department is installing have a new lithium battery with a 10-year lifespan, but they say you still have to check them regularly to make sure they are working, because they could make the difference between life and death. Bo Beth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Bo Beth, thank you. You only have a little bit of time to vote for Sarasota as America's happiest seaside town. Coastal Living is asking its readers to vote for their favorite town each year, and Sarasota is in the top 10 for 2017. Other waterside towns like Hilton Head, South Carolina, Cape May, New Jersey are also in the running. Stuart, Florida topped the list in 2016. You can vote on Coastal Living's website now through Saturday night. And you can find a link to that on our website at mysuncoast.com.
And I would not be shocked at all if we won, because we seem to top a whole lot of these lists. So hopefully we'll get up there. Remember to vote.
That's right. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a holiday loved by kids, but maybe not our pets.
Why Halloween can be traumatizing for cats and dogs, and how you can keep them calm. That's coming up next.
The celebration is heating up, and the prices just keep getting better during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or check out this stylish new Jeep Renegade starting at just $16,999. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Patriot for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose big time. Luckily, You can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Bella siccome un angelo in terra per...
Sarasota Opera presents Donizetti's Don Pasquale. 6 performances from October 28th through November 13th. Reserve your tickets at sarasotaopera.org.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Young Frankenstein visits with the Players Theater, plus Dr. Jenny has help if you're always tired, and Station 400 in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Halloween may be your favorite holiday, but your pet may not share the same enthusiasm. ABC 7's Alex Redmond has information on what can pose a risk to your pet on this holiday. Alex.
That's right, Haley. Ghosts, goblins, and things that go bump in the night may be thrilling to us humans, but to our pets, it can be a traumatic experience.
Some dogs seem to enjoy dressing up for Halloween, while others merely tolerate it. Or not, says veterinarian Dr. Michael Harrington.
No, they're not used to that sort of thing, and when there's something stuck on a hand or a foot or something, they're not going to know what that means, even though you're trying to be cute.
Darlene Restivo says her daughter used to dress up her dogs.
She would have them dressed in t-shirts, earrings, shoes, socks, everything.
When Halloween came around, says Restivo,
no problem.
Every dog is different, says Dr. Harrington, and it's about making the right choice for your dog and knowing if your dog's going to be scared. For Lola, the biggest concern she has is who wore it best.
If a pet is going to be afraid or try to run away from a costume, then you just have to say, oh, too bad, kid doesn't want to wear it. Would have been cute, but it's not meant to be.
Beware of Halloween candy dropped or discarded by trick-or-treaters.
Not only chocolate and things that can potentially get stuck in them, but artificial sweeteners, like sugar-free gum, stuff like that are potentially toxic to pets also.
And if your dog does get into something potentially dangerous,
it's best to contact the veterinarian right away.
Creatures that go bump in the night, says Dr. Harrington, are different from a dog or a cat's point of view.
They're not saying, oh, that's a vampire, oh, that's a ghost, or anything like that. They're saying, that's big, or it's moving funny.
They may not recognize the mom or dad.
Because they tend to see or pick up people more by hearing and smelling than they do by sight.
For pets, explains Dr. Harrington, it's fear of the unknown, loud noises, sudden movements. Restivo's young Doberman does not like Halloween.
When the kids came knocking on the door, he would go crazy.
And supplements may help, says Dr. Harrington.
We use one called Cilio, that's a gel you smear on the gums, and it allays fear without tranquilization. Works in about 30 minutes, lasts for about 3 hours. So
Dr. Harrington suggests keeping pets in the back room during the witching hours or using the universal sign for no candy.
Or do what I was always told to do, is leave your front porch light off.
And if your pet does get scared when you open the door to greet trick-or-treaters, they may run out the door, so your best bet is keeping them in a quiet, secure space.
And sometimes you don't realize it. The other night I came home from work, one of mine slipped out the door, I didn't even see her.
When they bolt, they just go.
And you
They're
don't
gone.
even notice. Sometimes they're sneaky like that.
Very scary.
So, Alex, what about some other pets that might be affected by Halloween?
Well, other pets or other animals that we have, horses. You know, I have Patriot, and he is actually okay with the costumes. But if he sees a squirrel in a costume, or if he sees a squirrel moving slightly differently, to him it could be a lion in the forest. So somebody coming up with the sheet for a Halloween thing at the barn, he would just take off, and I think all the other horses would as well, because they're very scared of the visual thing, where dogs and cats may not see quite that well. The horses, they see absolutely everything.
So just be aware for no matter what kind of animal you have.
Absolutely.
And have fun while you're at it. All right, thank you, Alex. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is backed up on I-75 in the northbound lanes. There was an accident there earlier this afternoon near University Parkway, and it is still affecting the interstate. Now let's head over to Josh, who's in for Bob right now with our forecast.
All right, Haley, thanks so much. We're going to have stronger winds for this evening. We're talking about northwesterly or northeasterly winds, and this is all due to a pressure gradient setting up. So breezy conditions for the Friday night football forecast might affect some of those field goals out there, but as far as temperatures go, beautiful conditions. 84 degrees right now, mostly sunny skies. We're going to get a beautiful sunset tonight, and dew point sitting at 61%, humidity at 46% at this time. As far as our almanac today, we hit a high of 86 degrees. The average is 83, so 3 degrees above the average. And our record was set back in 1984 at 90 degrees, but still warmer than average. As far as our rainfall goes, no rainfall today. There were some showers to our south, and we're talking about Lee County, Collier County, but those were very isolated. But we are 0.24 of an inch off pace from the month as far as our average goes. But as far as current temperatures right now, 85 here in Tallahassee, 77 in Jacksonville, 78 in Key West at this time. Beautiful conditions for us. We're talking about mid to lower 80s at this time. 84 as we showed you in Sarasota. It's 83 in Northport, 82 in Inglewood. A little bit cooler out here in Sebring at 79 degrees. As far as your forecast for tomorrow, kind of jumping ahead, but it's basically what we experienced today. Temperatures climbing into the mid to potentially upper 80s, depending on how inland you are, far inland you are, and we're expecting just a few clouds to appear in the sky, but really no rainfall. Where the action is taking place for friends up here in the Northeast. We're looking at some snow coming down in the White Mountains, the upper elevations of Maine, and some heavier rain here through the Maine and maybe around Portland, but that's for them, not for us. Everything's very quiet. However, we do have a flare up here in the tropics over Cuba, bringing some very heavy rainfall in this location here, but with the upper level wind shear at this time, it's very strong, and that's shearing the tops of these storms, so they can't develop into anything stronger than what it is right now. So we're keeping an eye on it, but I don't think this is going to affect us other than possibly shifting a little further to the north and bringing us maybe some scattered light showers at times, but I think everything's going to remain to our south. Again, we do have a pressure gradient, and that's giving us a strong northeasterly flow. It's an onshore flow. You're bringing your boat out into the Gulf of Mexico for either tonight or tomorrow. Well, there could be some higher waves. We'll just keep an eye on that. But 68 degrees will be our low tonight. Expect breezy conditions, 10 to 15 miles per hour. I think the winds will slowly start to be on the decrease as we go through the latter part of the evening, but then they'll pick up as we get into tomorrow. We're talking about sustained winds potentially at times up to 20 miles per hour with also some higher gusts. 87 will be the high. And remember, we showed you what the average height this time of the year is supposed to be 83, so we will be above average once again. Our 7-day forecast shows a great forecast for the trick-or-treaters over the weekend and into early next week. Monday, high of 86, the last day of October, and then as we edge into the first week of November, looking very nice. Mostly sunny skies, and mid-80s will be in our forecast. Guys?
All right, Josh, thank you. If you drive a Beamer, listen up. BMW is recalling more than 154,000 cars and SUVs because of a wiring problem that can cause engines to stall. The recall covers certain 5 Series and X5 models and some 6 Series and X6 models from the 2007 to 2012 model years. BMW says wiring to fuel pumps inside the gas tank may not have been properly crimped. That can cause the wires to come loose and then melt a connector, causing a gas leak. That can stop the fuel pump from working and make engines stall. The recall is expected to begin December 5th. Some good news when it comes to the U.S. economy. It expanded at a 2.9% rate from July through September. That's the best jump in the last 2 years. Economists credit the boost primarily to consumer spending and trade. But experts say even with the spike, the growth for this year comes in at only about 1.7%, which is still slow compared to historical standards.
Entertainment news coming up next.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
The man accused of vandalizing Donald Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is speaking out after his release from jail.
James Otis, the heir to the Otis elevator and Listerine fortunes, was caught on camera destroying Trump's star yesterday. Police arrested him today on a charge of felony vandalism.
I'm not at all ashamed of what I've done. What Mr. Trump has done is he sort of derailed the entire election. I got so upset, I got so frustrated and angry, and that's why I did this.
Otis says he wanted to auction off the brass pieces and donate the money to the women accusing Trump of sexual misconduct, but he had to return those pieces to the Walk of Fame. Say hello to Jennifer Lopez in Bye Bye Birdie. NBC says the actress-singer will headline its 2017 live holiday musical. Birdie is an homage to circa 1950s rock and roll mania and centers on the character Conrad Birdie, who is reminiscent of a young Elvis Presley. J-Lo will play Rosie, the role that was originated on Broadway in 1960 by Chita Rivera.
Tom Hanks hopes to set fire to the box office this weekend. His new Da Vinci Code flick Inferno is the only film opening nationwide, so it shouldn't have any problem finishing first, but it may have some competition with the World Series. Games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Jack Reacher could also finish near the top at the box office.
The March of Dimes has these little ones ready for Halloween. Volunteers from the group went to St. Luke's Hospital in Kansas to give out some handmade costumes, among them a butterfly, Superman, Iron Man, and even Batman. The parents got to pick out the costumes. Each family has also received a card, a trick or treat, smell my feet, including the baby's footprints. And that's so cute.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, they're not able to celebrate Halloween.
Yeah.
So they have to do it there in the hospital, and it's so cute.
They will treasure those photos.
Those photos forever,
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Great job at the hospital. We'll be right back with more news and your forecast for the upcoming weekend.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Fit for $149 or Civic just $169 with no down payment. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts and 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.